In section 1.4, we're going to discuss equations of lines. There's different types of equations of lines and formulas that we're going to be working with. To begin, we have slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. And we have point slope form, which is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And then we also have this known information, what we need to know about our y equals some number and our x equals some number. These ideas and concepts are important in the remaining part of the lesson. First, we're going to begin by finding the slope and the y-intercept. Using the slope-intercept formula, we know y equals mx plus b, and converting that over, we see that our m is 3 and our b, which is our y-intercept, is -4, so we would say the slope is 3 and the y-intercept is going to be the ordered pair 0, -4. Next, we recall y equals some number. This is on our previous page. Y equals a number is going to give us a horizontal line. That means it's going to be a graph at, if I had an xy axis, it would be a graph at y equals 1. So looking at that, my slope is 0 and my y-intercept is going to be 0, 1. And on graph number 3, part C, we have x equals some number. When x equals some number, we know it's a vertical line. So if I had an xy axis, it's x equals -2. It's going to be somewhere over here, and it's a vertical line. The slope of that is going to be undefined, and its y-intercept is going to be none because it does not cross this y-axis. Next, they ask us to write the equation for the line shown at the right. Y equals mx plus b is going to be our equation format. We need to know our m, and we need to plug in our b. So we come over here. Our b is our y-intercept where it crosses the y-axis. So this is going to be our y-intercept, which is represented as the ordered pair 0, 3. So our b is going to be 3. Our slope is calculated from our rise over our run. So if I start here, I need to know how many do I go up. 1, 2. So I'm going to rise 2, run. I'm going to go back to the left. 1, 2, 3. So I went to the left 3, and since I went to the left, it's -3. So now I take that slope 2 over -3, and I'm going to substitute it in there, and I rewrite my equation. Y equals -2/3 x plus 3. This is the equation of the line that was shown on the right. Our next problem says graph using the slope and y-intercept. Recalling that formula once again, y equals mx plus b, I have to solve for y. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to rather quickly over here solve for y. Get y by itself, so I'm shifting everything else over. Now I need to divide everything by 2 and simplify. Y equals -3/2 x plus 5. Once I have that, I'm going to label my slope and my y-intercept, my m and my b. So my slope is -3 over 2 and my y-intercept is 0, 5. So I started my y-intercept 0, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0, 5 right here. And then I'm going to go down 3, right 2. Down 3, right 2. So I'll go down 1, 2, 3, right 1, 2, and put a dot. That's down 3. I'm going to do it again. Down 1, 2, 3, right 2. 1, 2. And you Once you have your at least 2 points will be good, then you do your plots and graph the line. Our next type of problem says find the slope-intercept equation of a line that has the given characteristic. So y equals mx plus b is what they're asking us to find, and they're simply just telling us plug in your m and plug in your b, which in this given problem should have been a 0, 5. This will be given. So I have my b, which is going to be y-intercept is a 5 from there. And I also have my m, which is going to be 3 from there. Then I bring everything else down. Y equals 3x plus 5. This is going to be the equation of the given line. Okay, in this next example, my slope is negative 2/5 and my y-intercept is 0, negative 4/5. So I write my formula, and then I'm going to substitute my m in, which is negative 2/5. And then I'm going to put my b in, which is my y-intercept is 0, negative 4/5. That means my b is negative 4/5. Y equals negative 2/5 x plus a negative, but most of the time we will rewrite that as negative 2/5 x, and instead of plus a negative we'll just say minus 4/5, and you leave it like that. Okay, next we're going to find the equation of a line when they give us a slope and they give us a point. To put it in slope-intercept form, this is my goal, is to get to here, y equals mx plus b. To get there, I need an m and I need a b. So I'm going to solve for m in this portion, solve for b in this portion, and then plug in the m and plug in the b in this final portion. So I'm going to start with m. Well, this one's very basic. They told me my m. M is negative 4. That's done. My b, they don't tell me. They gave me an ordered pair. This is an x and a y value. I have to solve for b by plugging into my formula. I have to plug in y. Y is 2. My m is negative 4 from the previous. My x is 3. And I have to solve for b, so I'm trying to find out b. 2 equals negative 4 times 3 is negative 12. I want to get b by itself, so I add 12 to both sides. And I get 14 is equal to b. Well, my last and final step, all I need to do is plug in the m and plug in the b. So I have y equals m is negative 4, x, and plus my b, which is over here, is 14. So the equation of the line with the given slope and the given point is y equals negative 4x plus 14. For the most part, we will use slope-intercept formula, but this particular problem asks us to find the equation using the point-slope formula. So from that first page, it's y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. And so when they give us these values, we have an m and we have a point. So we're going to plug in our points, x1 and y1, and we're also going to plug in our m. So this is our x1 and our y1. So all we need to do is substitute those values in. M equals negative 2, so I'll come put negative 2 in. My x1 is 1. My y1 is 3. Now the rest of the problem, bring it down exactly the same. Y minus equals x minus, and now we want to simplify. Y minus 3 equals negative 2x, and then distribute. Negative 2 times negative 1 is a positive 2. Now let's get y by itself, so add 3. When we solve this and simplify, you get y equals negative 2x plus 5. So this time they ask us to use the point slope formula to simplify and give an equation.